We are the one, the light in the dark. One heart, one world, one spark. We are the one, together we rise. One dream, one voice, one sky. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Women Empowered Across the World. And this is our podcast. And I have amazing hosts with me always. Jackie Zaccoli resides in Arizona, and she is global with her Gen Network. Absolutely. And then I have Chinere. I call her Chinere, guys, because it's such a beautiful name. And she resides in California, but she is in Africa and many places. And I'm Carol Witt, and I am global also. I reside in Florida, and we just went into 76 countries. We now have Mexico and Somalia working with YEA Global. So we have an amazing guest today from Cameroon, and Senge, we are so excited to have you. We want to hear your story. Please come share with us, okay?
Hi everyone, it's so amazing. So excited to be with you today and to share my story, my little journey on what I have been doing so far. I want to particularly thank Jacqueline for bringing me on board this program and for wanting to so much expose the little contribution I have to make to humanity out there to the world. I am really, really grateful. I say thank you all. And about my story, it all started in 2019 and 2019. Yeah. I am in Cameroon. I live in Kumba, the southwest region. During this period, we have been having a political crisis that has been going on that affects my region and the northwest region because I am from the English-speaking part of Cameroon. So this crisis has really been terrible as an educationist or as an educator. The schools were closed down. Children could not go to school. And even at this point, as we are talking, we don't have schools in this part of the country. Schools have resumed like 2 weeks ago in the other parts of the country. But right now we are in lockdown. We don't go out for 2 weeks. So that's why I was not even able to get the material for the things that I wanted to demonstrate because there's nowhere I can go out to buy anything. We stay indoors for we don't know when this will end. So in my part of the country right now, we are observing lockdown, no schools, and there are still areas we are hoping to resume school maybe if it's possible, maybe in 3 weeks' time. We don't know how long that is going to take. This thing is just imposed on us, imposed on our children, and it's like a ghost that is in control, and no one knows when they impose it. We don't know when schools are going to resume. Our children stay. You realize that by the end of the academic year, our children from this section of the country will lose close to a month of schooling, while other children in other parts of the country are schooling. And at the end of the day, the public exams, the national exams that they have to write to get to a next level, they all write the same exam. So there's this thing that is going on that has been affecting us. So in 2019, it was really serious because we had it was accompanied by violence and gunshots and all that. So what happened? I am a pastor's wife, and my husband and I, at that time, we were having a congregation of close to 500 people. Most of these 500 people, our own Christians had relocated to other safer areas, while we had IDPs that are relocated from the villages to our city. And I noticed that in church, we had so many children and we had so many teachers that had relocated from other villages to our city. And I started thinking, I said, but there should be a way out. Children cannot just stay without going to school. And this burden came upon me so seriously. And I told my husband, I must do something. It was quite a risky attempt because at that time, teachers were being killed. Children were being shot in class for wanting to go to school. It was so risky. But because of the conviction I had in my heart from the Holy Spirit, I decided to do it. So I gathered the children in church. And we started a class in the church hall. We started a classroom there, and the teachers who were in church, they joined me, and that's how we started teaching basic literacy and numeracy And before I knew it, I felt a strong burden because the space in church could not contain, it was not convenient for what we were doing. So I had to move out. And moving out from the church to get a place to rent for the school was the highest risk I could take at that time. It was terrible. People were beheaded, teachers were beheaded, principals, school administrators were shot, children were shot in classrooms. In my community, the popular Mother Francisca issue, the incident that occurred was close to me, where children were shot in the classroom, some of their heads were blown off for wanting to study. So it was so scary. But I had this conviction that I had to do something. So we had to move out from the church hall to rent a place. I had to rent a place, and that's how we started a regular school in the midst of a period when no school was functioning. No school at all was functioning. So I got so many letters of threats, attempts on my life, but we still persisted. So when we started this school, there was I. No money to pay for the rents, no money to pay teachers. And I was like, how was I going to do these things? And most of the children involved were IDPs. If you look at their conditions, even to feed was a problem. Talk less of asking them to pay fees. But I took it as a step of faith. And personally, with my husband, we provided money. We went into our little accounts, looked for money, rented a place for a year, got some desks, a few desks that we could, blackboards, and set up the place. And surprisingly, I could not believe the population of children that came there that year. For that first year, we had close to 150 pupils. Running from kindergarten right to what we call class 6, where they prepare them to get to secondary school. And then the resources were limited. The next challenge came in now. These children cannot pay fees. So how do they study? And if I ask them to study for free, how will I pay teachers? So I gathered my teachers and we talked about it, and we decided to take it as a vision. So we placed them on very low salary, I can't even call it a salary. That was for what we could afford from our pockets to pay them so that these children can study. And we got this place. The landlord was not helping matters. The rent was so exorbitant because he felt like we were coming there to make profit, but it wasn't actually to make profit. And that year, we had about 150 pupils, and almost 100 of them were internally displaced children. And we decided to let them study for free. We gave them exercise books, gave them pens, the little that we could afford, and they studied for free, tuition free. And that's how it was so amazing. Then I told myself that, but I can't do this alone. So I had to write to some friends out of the country and around. A few persons stepped in, especially this group called the Unity Sisters of San Antonio in US. They came in so powerfully. I have the Elangwe Foundation. They came in. And so we were able to manage the situation that year. And amongst them, I discovered that most of the young girls that were around the ages of between 10 and 12, they always had this challenge of having their periods in class. But how do you help? How do you get them to get pads? We gave them menstrual health education, showed them what pads really are, but they could not afford. A packet of pads that should have about 20 inside is just about 1,000 francs here. I don't know how many dollars that should be. That should be about $12. Yes, it should be about $10 approximately. Something, yeah. So they could not afford it. And that's when I got to thinking, how do we do this? We had pad distribution projects, went and distributed pads to these girls. I have the pictures all somewhere. And when we did pad distribution, the question was, How will they continue? You give them maybe each a packet or 2 packets of pad right now, but how will they continue? We ran the school for 3 years, but the threats were heavy and the financial commitment was just too much. My accounts actually got finished and I even got into debt for running the school. At a certain point, we had to stop the school. I had to close down the school because I could not continue. I really wish I could. If I had the means, I would still start it up because my environment is really terrible. We have lots of children in the streets not going to school. But for that, I just decided to stop it for a while. And I'm doing safe spaces for children where we can gather, maybe even in the church sometimes, on the school. We just teach them things, and that's all I can do for now. So, but we have been running the back to school project. Every year we do book distribution. That's our own way of reaching out to the kids. So we came up with this. This is a baby napkin, like diaper, but this is cloth that we use, reusable. You know, I don't know, yeah, that is it. So we came up with this idea. Unfortunately, I don't have everything around me. Just give me a second. Let me send my daughter to get something else. Joy, come. So we came up with this idea to help internally displaced children who cannot afford for pads. This one is way cheaper. Come, go to my wardrobe, take one pant. So we cut this. It's big. So we cut it into 4. We cut it into 4. And there's a way we teach them how to fold, like something like this. Let me just say this is one part of it. So we fold it carefully and fold it carefully and fold it carefully, and that gives us our pad. We teach them how to wear it. Before wearing it, since it's permeable, to avoid them being embarrassed in school, we use pant liners. We give them packets of pant liners. They line the pants so that even this thing gets soaked, it will not soil their pants. So we teach them to use pant liners. They will place the pant liners on the pants, and then they will wear the reusable napkin pad. And then we also teach them how to clean it. So in a kit, in a menstrual kit that we give out, we have a
And that is just painful.
Mhm. They have
box.
their beautiful minds.
We have a dozen of these. That is 12. That 12 can give us close. Gives us close to 50 parts that a child can use for over a year. We put in the pack. A dozen of these is about 3,500 francs. I don't know what that should be in dollars because $1 is about 600 francs. I don't know. It should be about, let's approximate it around $15 to $20. Will give us a packet of this. So when we have a packet of this and we cut it for each child, it gives us lots of parts, lots of it. In one kit, in one carton, a girl can have close to 50 of this that she'll be using often. And then in that carton, in the kit, in the pack, we include detergent, maybe powder soap. We include bleach. We include maybe 2 or 3 packets of the pant liner to teach them how to, we also carry lectures on how to clean themselves during their period and how to keep this clean, how to wash and iron and fold and keep in that pack till your next period. We also teach them how to track their periods so that they don't get embarrassed in school. So that's how I get involved in all of this. And that's what we have been doing. And we realize that it's way cheaper having this. I use this myself sometimes. I do use it. It's not every time that your period comes that you have small, maybe $5 somewhere to buy. It can just come and we use this. It's so good. It is so good. It absorbs very, very well. So that's how the initiative came up. And that is basically what I have been doing, or I and my team, we have been doing. And I've been working in collaboration with women group, like the Ultimate Women, that's a women's group in my church. We are working together so powerfully for this. I also collaborated with another group, what's that their name again? Another group around town that is also into this. Last time during the World Menstrual Hygiene Day, we worked together with all these groups, went to my school, and we did this. We distributed the real parts. We taught them how to make theirs from this. And I think it's something that we want to expand to even teach women how to do it. Because when we cut into four, it's just to run it at the edges so that the thread, the fibers will not come out. And that's all. Easy to make, easy to get. You can get at any time. That is what we have been doing.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
just want to say.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Sanjay. It's so vital that you are doing this. Oh, so important to be able to keep women in the classroom
Yeah.
learning, and also not being having to use their bodies to get these things by
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
vital. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Uh,
Senge,
there are so many people I want to connect you to that you could be teaching them also what you're doing. And this could go all over Africa.
Yeah.
And you could
Yeah. That's
see
true.
somebody that
I'll be
consults for them and works with them. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
so many NGOs and CBOs that we can connect you to, refugee camps,
Okay.
many different people that we could connect you to that could
Yeah.
support what you're doing.
Okay. That'll be fine. I'm
Uh,
glad to serve in
oh,
that way.
I
I'll be
want your
glad to.
school back. I want your school back.
I really want it back to, but so
It's possible.
challenging.
It's very
Yeah.
possible, Senge. It's really very possible. We just have to get your story out. We have to get it out to
Yeah.
many
For
people.
over 3 years, we ran that school for from 2019 to 2023, and we had about 600 internally displaced children who
Oh
studied there
my,
for free.
oh my.
And aside that, we were able to empower some of their parents with little capital to be able to start up a business to sustain the children's education. But I don't know whether I should say, unfortunately, it was too financially strenuous and demanding, and we had to close down.
Sanjay, do you have like a budget of what it costs to run your school? Could you put something together just so that we have something when we are talking to different people to see what we might be able to put together? I would love to see your school back in place, and what you
Okay.
do is vital to Cameroon and also to you taking it out. Like you're the pilot program that takes it out into other places. And we have the other places that we can put you in. So do you have like a budget of what it costs to run your school? Oh, she's frozen.
She's
She'll be
having
back.
internet connection. Yeah.
She'll be back in a second. Oh, how inspiring is this story?
You
Oh,
know, it's so amazing, Carol. You know, they say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 foot forward.
I know.
And it's amazing how sometimes people will risk their own life just to make sure that others have, even if it's a little.
I know.
Um, Situations like this just breaks my heart.
Oh, me too. Me too. And that is why I'm doing what I am doing, Chinere, in putting directors all over the US that are charging for the program so that I can then take money and put it back into things like this. This is what I am up to. I'm so, ugh, it breaks my heart right now because she had something going so well. But you know
Yeah.
what?
Sounds like she does. Yeah.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
It'll come back. You know what?
She's not going to be by herself anymore.
Yeah, it's you know, it's not just having a vision, it's also having the will.
I know. And she's got that.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
yeah.
totally
I
got
am.
that.
Mm,
Yeah, so I don't know if she's gonna come back or not, but I want to give her just a few more minutes and then
yeah, it's the internet
ask,
probably.
it's the internet over in Cameroon right now. I had no clue that Cameroon was in so much uh
I didn't know that
stress.
either.
I didn't know. And I know a lot of our listeners don't know. So
Yes.
we've got to get this out to people. Um, really and truly getting the tenacity and the heart of the of of her. You
And
gotta,
even when even when lives are being threatened, they still persevered, you
I'm,
know. And I'm sure the only reason the school closed down was just because of finance, not because they were scared or anything,
nothing
because they
else,
had already risked it all.
nothing else. It was finance. And so I really want to support this, whatever I can do. Um, because I want her to believe in what she has done makes a difference. Even though her school closed down, it made a difference.
They did.
And she's got to believe that too. Um, when things are going, you're making things happen, and then all of a sudden something happens and it stops. It, your mindset can go south.
Yes.
And so I want her to know that she has people behind her that believe in her, that want this for Cameroon. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know that she is going to rejoin us, but what an amazing guest, Jackie. Thank you
Yeah.
for introducing us to
Yeah.
her. Oh
She's
my
she's
goodness.
really strong and she wants to get footsteps in there, of course, once she can figure out how to get any
How to
kind of
do it.
devices.
I got it.
Um, I had her, or at least I tried. I don't know if she was accomplished, but to get with Priska, who tends to have quite a bit of background and working with women's groups and stuff, and I don't
Mhm.
know their location um, in proximity, if they're close or not. So
Hmm.
I didn't get a chance to ask her if she'd talked to Priska because has a lot of women's groups and youth
Right.
groups and
That
stuff.
could
So
rally.
that would be good.
Oh, it would be so amazing, so amazing. I haven't talked to Priska in quite some time. I
Yeah.
still send her things, still invite her to things, but I have not really actually talked to her in a very long time. I wonder how she's doing.
Well,
Anyway, I'm
any
just gonna treat this as our episode has completed. Please, guys, if you love these episodes, please subscribe to our channel, share it with many people. Lots of people don't know what's going on in Cameroon, so please share it out there. And please make comments on the posts that we put out there. And if you'd like to be a guest on our podcast, please reach out to one of us. We're all over social media, especially LinkedIn. And let us know you'd like to be a guest and share your story so that our listeners can get inspired and know that you have a service that's out there that makes a difference. So thank you once again for another amazing episode. I'm going away with, ooh, my heart so touched, moved, and inspired by who she is. And guys, we all deserve to thrive. Let's do it together. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Okay.
There's no divide.